Hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here because we need each other. Have you ever wondered about how you've reacted to something in the past? I'm sure you have. We all have. And so why did I react that way? Well, I am here to tell you you're not alone. And by the end of this little video, I believe you're going to have some tools that I've used that we all need to take back control and have self-control. And I have my notes because I don't want to forget anything, but I also know that you can do this. If I can do it, anyone can. Believe me. I've had lots of times when I ask myself that question, why did I respond that way? Well, I needed to be honest with myself and realize that I didn't want to continue that loop, that pattern. And if it was going to be, I needed to take control over it, self-control. But I also realized that self-control is, I can't make myself do it. I need the Lord's help. Self-control is not relying on myself. It's relying on Him to help me and to guide me and to lead me. And it is a fruit of the Spirit, so I can have it. I can walk in it. I've actually already had it, just didn't know how to use it. So God gave me the tools. He gave me the tools in here. And this is how I changed. And I became more like Him. And having self-control. I didn't want to be out of control anymore. I couldn't blame anyone else for my reaction. Oh, I always tried to, a lot. And I would even say things like, you make me blah, whatever. But you know what? No one can make you do anything. When I was talking to my abuser, I was saying, you make me. And then I got to thinking, you know what? Or when he said it to me, it was the same thing. Made me realize that no one can make you do anything. It's a choice. I couldn't control him. Of course, I tried. He's a whole lot bigger than me. I couldn't make him do anything. So I knew I needed to make the changes. And be honest with myself. And just grow. And that's what I wanted. So the 4 steps that you can use, that I used to help me have more self-control, is just the 4 P's. Pause, pray, process, and proceed. So I needed to take a step back when I would always want to walk into that emotional response of just right in the moment. I needed to take a step back, and that meant, leaving the room and say, I need to have a moment. I need to have some time and walk away, and that's okay. So we need to take that pause and realize that we need to pray. We need to pray. I needed to pray. Again, because I can't do this in my own strength. I couldn't do it in my own strength. I needed to say, Lord, help me. Jesus, help. That's what I say a whole lot of time when whatever it is, I'll just say, Jesus, help. And He's so faithful to help us, to help you, to help me. And praying is a way to calm our nervous system down. My nervous system was, fight and flight and everything, trying to survive. And when I pray, I was giving God more control than myself and asking Him to help me. Because we need Him. He's faithful and He's a good, good God. So we pause, pray, and we process it all. And one of the ways, and one thing that you can do, is to take, and I know you've heard this many, many times, but I still need reminded of it, and I still need to do it more, but take 3 deep breaths. it just does. It helps your nervous system. It resets it. And I'm not medical at all, so I don't know the medical terminology for it. But I just know that as I'm taking a deep breath in, and then I just hold it. Actually, this is what I do. I just learned this. This is a new thing, so it's a new medical thing. But anyway, take the deep breath in, and when you've gotten up there to that, just take another short one and hold it for about 7 seconds or so, and then breathe slowly out for about 7 seconds. So you can look at it as a triangle, breathing in, even taking that one little more breath at the end, holding it, and then breathing out. And then you can start all over. But take those 3 deep breaths. And some of the things that you can say, it doesn't always have to be the same thing, but when you're not say, because you can't breathe in and talk at the same time, that might be like another video. But anyway, think about this. Think about what you can think about when you're breathing in, saying, like, I am safe. Think about that. I am safe. I am safe. And tell yourself that. Because you've survived a whole lot more than a lot of people. So remind yourself of that. So what? Let me look at my notes. Oh, so the second breath could be, you could say, God is with me. As you're breathing in, just tell yourself, God is with me. Encourage yourself in that, because he said he would never leave you and he would never forsake you. And then the third breath, you can say, I don't have to react right now. You can think to yourself as you're breathing in, I do not have to react right now. And that's true. And it calms the body down to make you realize that I don't have to react right now. It can wait. And it probably should wait. Because you know that most of the time when you've reacted out of your emotion, it's not going well. I can say that from so much experience. And it calms, those 3 deep breaths calm the nervous system down, calm the body down. And it slows racing thoughts, and it creates space. It creates space for you to be able to do the last step, proceed. How do I want to handle this? What do I need to do? What's the best way to handle it? And God will show you. But it definitely slows down those racing thoughts for sure. God's wisdom is so much better than ours. Of course, that's sort of a silly statement, but it's true. And Isaiah 26:3 says that he will keep you in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on him, on thee, on Jesus. When your mind is there, that's the best place you could be. That's the perfect place. That's where we want to actually live, and we know we can't. We're fight this good fight of faith and walk in this world, so we can't always stay in that place with him and nothing else going on. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Sometimes I do that when I'm spending alone time with him. I'll say, Lord, can I please just stay here and not have to do life? But anyway. Alrighty. What else? So I wrote down, don't respond while emotional. So I wrote down a few notes because I just didn't want to forget them. And I know I've already said it, but it's just not a good thing to respond out of emotion. It just never is. It's just not. So you have to decide, if that's what you're going to do or not. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some practice when you've been used to the other way of, reacting instead of responding, then just give yourself grace and mercy. And another scripture that I want to read, and I would love for you, and what I did is put this scripture, 2 Timothy 1:7. Write it out on an index card and tape it to your bathroom mirror and memorize it. So whenever, you've gone through, that argument or that fight where, fear starts to rise up, that false evidence appearing real, you can have the self-control because you have this scripture memorized, and you don't have to walk in fear and all those other things that come in after the event, whatever that event was or is. So 2 Timothy 1:7, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. If we have a sound mind, and we do, we just you may not have known how to have a sound mind. And I didn't, but this is what gave me a sound mind. So we can have it. It's ours to take. We can walk in that. And when you have a sound mind, you're not all over the place. You're not walking in, in fear and things like that. So memorize that scripture, several of them. But that's every time fear would come on and you would want to react in a way that's not self-controlled, just remind yourself of that scripture. He's not given me a spirit of fear, or he's not given me, not being able to control my actions. He's not. He's given you all that you need. And I think I wrote it down. If not, he knew what you would face. And he knows what you need. He knew what you would face. And, some of those things are just very hard to go through. It's not diminishing that. It's just realizing that we have that strength within us, because he's a good father, and he would never allow us to go through anything without giving us the tools that we need to make it through it, the strength that we need to make it through it. So you have self-control. That's another thing that you can say to yourself when you're decreeing and declaring things over yourself. I have self-control. I live in self-control. I can control my reaction and not always go back to that place that's just not good. It's not good. It's not good for anyone. It's not good for you. So you are not weak. You are a warrior woman of God. You're strong. You're capable. You're anointed. You're more than you probably think that you are. You are God's, you're precious to Him. And He wants you to know that. He wanted me to know that even when I wasn't walking. Even when you were doing things that were not good for you, or, not honoring to Him, He sees the end from the beginning and that process. So remember the 4 P's: pause, pray, process, and then proceed with whatever that looks like. Reaching out to someone that you trust, just to get that, that just a little bit of wisdom. God doesn't want you to do this alone, and you don't have to. So if you want to put in the comments something like, please pray for me, I will. And I will respond. I will get better at that. There's always things that we need to do. And this YouTube series that I'm getting ready to do, or that I'm starting with actually right now, even though they didn't have self-control, you can. And you can. Believe it, receive it, walk in it, You're strong. You're a survivor. You are just an amazing woman to have survived what you've survived, to come through what you've come through. So encourage yourself in the Lord every day. Get the scriptures up on your bathroom mirror and say them out loud until they get deep down into here. And those are the things that are going to help you build your self-control. Again, you already have it. You just haven't had the tools. You haven't, or maybe you've had the tools, but you've just, just need to cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, okay, I surrender it to you. I give it to you. Help me, Jesus. And you can have the self-control that you need, even if they don't. Have a great and blessed day, and know that you can do this. You can do all things through Christ, who strengthens you. That's Philippians 4:13. Again, read his word 5 minutes a day. I say again, I haven't said it this video, but I usually say it every video because this is what's going to help you change. You have to decide that's what you want. No one can do that for you. All right. Have a great and blessed day. I think that's all of my notes, but I'll be back. Have a great day.